where we have an irresistible urge to just lay down and not get up, when we have no motivation to keep going and begin asking questions like, why do I even bother? Everybody will eventually feel this way, including those successful people like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Oprah Winfrey. Yet there's one crucial aspect that makes them stand out, meaning they understand that their brain can be tricked into doing the hard work, even when they don't feel like doing it. This is why knowing how to trick your brain into doing the things you want is such a crucial skill to learn if you want to succeed. Instead of constantly fighting with your brain whether or not to do something, you can make up your mind once and for all. So, if you're having trouble getting your brain to listen, this video is exactly what you need. We all know successful people get things done even when they don't feel like it. They're able to hack into their minds so that they control their own emotions, not the other way around. This is the biggest reason why average people stay average people. They allow their bodies to control them and give in to emotional desires that don't benefit them. To understand things better, we should detail more on dopamine, the neurotransmitter that many times goes by the name the pleasure molecule. Many times, it's referred to as the one thing that you need to understand in order to reach the happy and satisfying life. Many online articles will mention dopamine in their attempt of trying to make you improve your mood or to help you understand why sweets make you happy. The fact of the matter is that this neurotransmitter is more related to the idea of motivation rather than pleasure. Whenever you perform or you successfully accomplish a task, your brain will already know that a reward is on its way, because dopamine already told it so, even before you started to act. Think of this scenario. You're watching the trailer for a TV show you waited for so long. It makes you feel good, and you tell yourself that as soon as it comes out, you'll only spend your evenings watching it. So, you feel motivated enough to spend your hours watching it, because it's the way you function. Even before it starts, you know that your time will be well spent because you're waiting for a reward. It's the same with notifications that pop on your phone, and you get so hyped up about it. No matter if maybe you're walking outside and it's freezing, you will still feel motivated to get your phone out of your pocket and see who and what wrote. Nothing special has to happen, but just the expectation that something new might makes you act. Yet, when it comes to doing the hard stuff, that expected reward mentioned earlier is many times out of the question. You may be aware of the benefit that doing this hard thing will bring you, but you're still not too pleased about it. It all boils down to the idea that instant gratification will always sound better than the whole process of doing a certain activity that will only bring you useful rewards after some time. It's how the human brain works, actually. Whenever doing something makes your system release high levels of dopamine, you'll feel the urge to keep doing it over and over again. The brain will never make the difference between something that damages you and something that doesn't, as long as it brings you those great amounts of dopamine that make you feel pleasure. Drug addicts are a good example to understand this, because no matter how damaging those substances are for them, and no matter if they are completely aware of it, they're still going to indulge in them. The same goes for alcohol addiction, gambling, and playing video games. And the more you indulge in such activities, the more tolerance your system will develop. So those activities that raise your dopamine levels instantly will always make you feel more motivated to do them, in comparison to those that will make you feel good after a while. There are ways in which you can basically trick your brain to make you enjoy doing those hard things that nobody wants to even think about. Micro goals represent a useful tool because they create small successes that will, in a long term, create bigger ones. And it's important to always reward yourself even after accomplishing such a small one, like doing your bed or washing the dishes. When it comes to studying or doing something for your job, you can break your tasks into smaller ones, and so that big deadline will not pressure you that much. For example, work 2 full hours on your project, and afterward, order your favorite pizza. This rewarding system will determine you to learn that after a little hard work, a reward is waiting for you. Working out is another useful tool that helps with learning to enjoy the hard stuff. It seems that only 20 minutes of aerobic exercise can help you get the motivation you need to do the hard stuff because your dopamine levels are regulated. Maybe one of the most important aspects to keep in mind is to provide your body with enough hours of sleep. When you don't rest enough at night, you might experience really low dopamine levels during the day, which is when you need them the most. And as a consequence, you'll feel less motivated to do things. Once you understand that you have the tools you need to guide your dopamine levels so that they work for you and not against you, it all starts to make sense.